greet you again, noble sons and daughters of the soil. I want to remind white elites and the ignorant population, Donald Trump has reached out for you to migrate to the USA. We understand that the fact is that during COVID-19 pandemic, Bill Gates, George Soros and their partners met with Boers farmers community and they try to coerce them to stop producing food, and they will buy farmlands from them and GMO food will be produced in South Africa. Boers farmers community refused the offer. Victoria Nuland was then sent to meet EFF Julius Malema and told him to chant "Kill the Boer and the farmer" during EFF 10th year celebration in FNB Stadium in front of full capacity, to threaten those Boers farmers. After it failed, we know USA elites are good in ensuring that their puppets are taken care of handsomely. The failure led to EFF decline on the polls during elections. Solidarity AfriForum and Elon Musk become a propagandist peddlers, instilling fear to those who doesn't understand the bigger plan. To this day, Boers are not taking the offer given to them by the US President Donald Trump. The reason is simple. They know their frivolous plan, they will not succeed. American dream is not appealing to the white population, is it? Nothing in South Africa happens without the imperialist hand of control being involved. If Solidarity, AfriForum and black politicians continue to divide and spread the hate speech amongst the masses, the wrath of the masses must be unleashed on these hyenas. USA and the West elites are targeting the land and mineral resources in South Africa and other countries in the continent like Sahel region. Africans are farmers by nature. The white population migration to the USA, life will continue without interruption. Africans are working the land in farmlands, producing all foods we consume, while white farmers are dealing with the selling this product in the markets, getting paid from the hard work put out by black labor. It is disingenuous and not true that the black people will die of hunger when the white farmers migrate to the USA. They are using fear-mongering as their weapon to appeal to the sympathy from the black indigenous population. They have been in South Africa for the past 400 years, and black indigenous people's life condition hasn't changed. Instead, we are in the worst social state, and they have an audacity to think they can save the black indigenous people from death of hunger. We know better. This thing of saying black people in Zimbabwe are dying of hunger after the government took the land is fat lie to brainwash the neighboring countries like South Africa to be afraid to take back their land from the settlers. Zimbabwe doesn't have currency, money for buying power, and the USA and the West government sanctioned Zimbabwe to destabilize that country and to send a message that black people must not take their land from the settlers, or you'll be sanctioned and die of hunger. South Africa has over 5 million white population, and 1% of them own 95% of mainstream economy, 80% of land, while 50 million black indigenous people own only 4% of land and 0 of mainstream economy. Let's take a look at our so-called parliament. Politicians are there to entertain their voters while increasing their salaries in the country where 50% population and majority of youth are unemployed with no prospects of getting job. The future is uncertain. Currently, South Africa is hiring many people in two areas: private security industry and crime. And we expect this country to develop under these lines of employment. These GNU politicians has prioritized poverty and oppression over prosperity and development. Enough is enough. We must take power from puppet politicians for the sake of our children and our grandchildren. We must rewrite our history. We can't afford to live in fear and become cowards. Our country is under the thumb of criminals and puppets of the imperialism, and we must start working truly to liberate our country. I salute.